Hello everyone, welcome to Performance Racing League, PRL. I am Hoot BK, and we've got some midweek Tier 1 action for you here on the PRL Twitch. Actually have a bit of a doubleheader going on, so make sure you check out Jesper's YouTube channel for midweek 2, which is going on at the exact same time. We've got Bahrain, which is round 9 of Season 16, we've got the realistic cars. So everyone, not in their usual cars, but they've been placed in the realistic car performance cars based on their skill level, their pace. So some of our fastest drivers are in the crappiest cars. Kobe Plays is going to be in a Sauber regardless. Llama is joining us, so we could see a Llama Masterclass. But they're in the Sauber, absolutely the worst car. And then we'll see some of the guys like Bazurga or Heavy Chalice or... I know there's a Red Bull in here. Andy Wu. And some of the faster cars. So keep an eye on how that affects qualifying and the race. We'll go into that a little bit as we go as we get further into the show. Let's see who is out there first. It is FBI Agent is the furthest along in his hot lap, so we'll go on board with him in a moment. In the V carb today. FBI, one of the better drivers in midweek over the last few seasons. Maybe he's taking a step back a bit this season as he crosses the line to start his lap, already dumping some DRS flap open, heavy braking into turn number 1, between 150 and 100, probably about a 125, and then the slippery turn 2 towards the left, turn 3 opens up, another DRS zone, and turn 4, so he enters very wide, because it's a very wide corner, opens up massively, and makes his way through the downhill S section towards, I believe this is turn number 8, another heavy braking zone. Could see a couple dives here. And the ever tricky 9 and 10 corner complex trail braking, easy to run wide or lock up. Pretty solid there, didn't see a puff of smoke or anything. To another DRS zone. Definitely see some moves into not quite as heavy as the braking zone as it widens very much on exit. You have to run wide to keep momentum in after the turn in. Coming back up the hill. A couple different lines through turn number might be 13 or 14. And then the longest straight that's not a DRS zone on this track. Braking about the 100. Technically two different corners here. Traction hard to come by. Back to the DRS zone. Uses every ounce of battery on that lap, so great battery usage actually from FBI Agent for a 128.7 is the first lap of the session. Let's see, I believe Bazurga is pushing as well in the Ferrari today. 19 drivers with us. 128.74, so just a quarter of a tenth between Bazurga and FBI Agent. We're going to get an Alpine across. That's Alex F1. 129.6. McLaren next. I believe that's the highest rated car. It's not going to be Kit and Petter. It's going to be old Syrup Style. Can I get there in time? I can. 129.26. Slots into P3. Let's see, Aston Martin's next. Avs fan. We get to P5. Corey just behind him. We'll jump to P4. And Kittenpetter will jump to P3 in the McLaren just over his teammate for today. Joins the 128 club. Not Gord's. Remembering which blue is what. As Furzy invalidates, he'll come back to the pit lane. So Andy Wu, I believe, coming across the line then. to jump to P3. And then we'll go to Llama's actually about to start a hot lap, so we will check in with him in a bit. Making a one-off here as a reserve. When he shows up here midweek, he wins. Let's see if that is the case once more today. I actually wonder what his win percentage is in midweek history. I should have had that information in front of me. But seems like every time he shows up, he wins. Does anyone have an answer for him today in the realistic cars? Can even the green tractor, that is the Sauber, slow him down? HK to the top of the board. In the Haas, a 128.6, so about a 10th clear of Balzerga. Therein. It's going to be Momster. Momster comes back to the pit lane. Chalice is about to get going here. We're going to take a quick look at our standings as we're inside 11 and a half minutes to go in the session. Kobe Plays is at the top. He has yet to come out for a lap. Typically in the Sauber, still in the Sauber. He is 1 point ahead of Echo Alex, who is in the Haas today, earning points for Ferrari. It's a very tight championship battle as we enter the back third of our calendar for Season 16. Llama to the top of the board and smashes it, 127.9. So not hampered too much by the Sauber. A little bit further back, 18 points back, is HK, and T-Stigs, who we actually don't have today, is 21 points behind. He's had a rough couple of weeks, while those ahead of him have had some pretty stellar 3 weeks or so. Siggy has finished 10th, 17th, and 6th over the last 3, but HK was 4th, 2nd, and 1st. Echo was 2nd, 3rd, and 3rd. Kobe was 1st, 1st, and 4th, so I know Stiggy was leading it for a bit, but between the recent slip-ups and unable to join us tonight, it's going to take him a bit further out of the championship battle. Heavy Chalice to the line. He'll put his Ferrari P8. If 12 drivers have put laps on the board. Echo is pushing on, but there's a lot going on here in Sector 1. I think Airborne Tiger is also pushing, so no, it's not required to get out of the way. Yeah, very busy at the end of the first sector, beginning of the second sector. See if they're able to not really trip over each other. There you go, sliding the car a little bit. Traction hard to come by in that uphill section. We got a good launch down that straightaway on the side. And actually, Airborne will head to the pit lane. Yeah, Echo's lap possibly affected there, 129.5. So let's see if he's able to find anything on an additional run. That's 11th of 13. Let's go to Kobe, our championship leader. He's tucked in behind a V-Carb, who may or may not be pushing. Well, FBI is the one in a V-Carb. Yep, so he's abandoned this one. Brian is starting a lap. He's in the Mercedes today. Here's Kiwi, who we missed last week, but has found himself at the top of the podium at least once, right? No, I believe he's had a pole this season. That's what it is. So he's had a 9th and 8th and 8th, a 7th, a 16th. In 5 starts of the 8 rounds we've had. There's also Momster in the Mercedes, so both Mercedes drivers trying to put laps down with 7.5 minutes remaining in the session. Go to Momster as he comes out of the final corner, back onto the overtake. The RS open, and he'll put it P2 onto the front row goes the Mercedes. Great lap there. Kiwi will take P2 instead. He will jump Momster to get onto the front row, and he just misses out on provisional pole. 127.652. And Kitten Petter has jumped up the board a bit as well. 128.2. Oh, that's what I'm missing. I was like, I'm missing something. That's what I'm missing. So McLaren will jump to P4. We've had 3 drivers jump into the top 4. Brian and the Mercedes will hit P7 temporarily. Then FBI agent will get P5 to drop Brian. Corey to P9. Andy Wu just misses out on improve. No, he does actually improve. I looked at the wrong split. Finds a 10th, will jump to P7. HK starting a lap. Furzy on an out lap. Still have 3 drivers yet to put down a time. Couple of invalidations in the field. So not Alex. It's Airborne Tiger about to get underway for another push. Inside 6 to go. So is that his teammate Gordsauce. He has found time. Nearly, it's 3.5 tenths, and he loses a little bit in the final sector, but will still jump to P6. Just misses out on the top 5. And Echo, that thing is a lot better lap for him. 128.6 matches his teammate in the Haas, HK. So just behind him, 0.03 of a second. So you see how the cars kind of group together. Similar pace, but also similar cars. And I feel that in qualifying, you get the typical... you see a lot of the usual guys over 1 lap pace. But in the race is where we will see the realistic performance come into play with the tire wear and the top speed and so on. HK will separate himself from his teammate, jump to P5. Airborne Tiger trying to get a lap on. 128.8, slot up to P13. Sorry, make a couple notes there. Let's go to Kobe, who has invalidated. So he is running out of opportunities to get a lap on the board. He may be looking at starting at the rear of the field. Heavy Chalice jumps to P5 in the Ferrari. No one really pushing now with 3.5 minutes to go. Most cars in the pit lane. Avs fan is who is on an out lap getting ready for this final push. Really get one more opportunity here. So now I have the Midweek 2 stream up. So Jesper's streaming that on his YouTube channel, as previously mentioned. Got 13 drivers in that one. See anyone pushing here? Llama seems to be... Well, no, he was after one sector, but he must have been. Anyone on a push lap yet? I think Heavy Chalice is on an in lap. More drivers have come out for the out lap, and a lot of them have come out together, such as both the McLarens on top of each other now in turn 3. 3 drivers coming out of the pit lane right now. We'll go to Avs fan as we hit the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes until the checkered flag. He's headed down to turn number 4. A lot of different angles for this one, but kind of see it kind of slopes down as you head out of the corner. About a 10th down through one sector. See how he's doing through 2 sectors. Alex is about to start a lap. Is FBI at a split yet? Not quite. Oh, he's out of the way now. Let's see if Avs gets held up by the Sauber. Trying to stay to the high side. Yep, we'll get off the track, so great moves there. It's respectful. He's still 3/10 down, so perhaps we come back to him in a bit. Alex has found 2/10 in the first sector. Kittenpetter getting his lap underway. 40 seconds remaining. See, is Kobe pushing on? He's actually just started his lap. And Furzy had tried to start a lap earlier and validated. Yep, Alex finding some time here, and Avs abandons his lap, was not finding any time, so he's back in the pit lane. Alex F1 back to the line. Empty battery, 129.0. Jumps him a spot. 4/10, but just one position on track, unfortunately. Now, see if I can figure out the colors here. As the checkered flag comes out. It's like, you better be on your push lap right now. Andy Wu out of the final corner. Can he find any time? He'll jump to P4, finds half a second. Balzerga finds a position. And Momster, no improvement. Who's that? Corey. Across the line, does not find any time. Airborne Tiger finds a little bit. Kittenpetter finds a spot. And Old Syrup Style finds a spot as well. Is that the Haas of Echo Alex? It is. He moves to P4. Kobe plays, gets a lap down, but it's a 128.5. It's the middle of the pack. Llama will come to the pit lane. There's no need for him to improve. Kiwi hasn't validated. That's the only car that could have given him trouble. Take it back around. Let's go to Gord. Hasn't validated off the pace. How about Airborne Tiger? He's finding a little bit of time. Can he jump a couple of spots here at the line? Goes from 16th to 14th. He can. FBI agent was down through 2 sectors and loses more time in the final sector. Jesper making his thoughts known. And 3-meter master actually gets the pole position in midweek 2 in the Mercedes, so good for him. I feel like he's been on an upswing recently. Thank you, Jesper, for bringing that action to us. So a bit of what we expected here in midweek 1. We knew Llama was going to be the one to beat here in qualifying. He indeed finds himself on pole position just over Kiwi. Kidpetter says, I was thinking I'd cakewalk to a podium in a McLaren. Yep, and you'll start P6. Quite nice, actually. So it's Llama, Kiwi, Momster, HK, Echo Alex, top 5. Kitten Petter, P6, next to Andy Wu and Heavy Chalice. Kobe Plays, our championship leader, P9. FBI Agent is 10th. Gord Sauce will start 11th, next to Balzerga. Brian B, Airborne Tiger, and Corey, down to 15th. And there's Furzy, Old Syrup Style, Avs Fan, and Alex F1 running out a 19-car field. Inside a second and a half between pole position and P19. So pretty tight qualifying here. And our championship contenders, that was Echo starts P5 and Kobe starts P9. I believe I'd called out at least. P9? Yep. Couple different strategy options here. We'll see what everyone decides to do, what they want to start on. It's going to be in a minute, though, after I chug some water. Had to step away for a minute, but the formation lap is underway. Let's get a look at everything here. Mediums and hards. Okay. So 17 drivers go for the yellow walled medium tires. FBI Agent in P10 will start on the hards, as will Brian B in P13. Gets most flexibility there. If the wear is lower than expected, just turn that into a 1-stop. If it's about what you expected, it'll be a 2-stop. We actually have 2 soft runners in the Midweek 2 race. Frosty starts P7 on the softs. Ash Brown at P13 starts on the softs. And I think Ruin Rogue may have been on the hards and P6. But everyone else is on the mediums. So obviously the medium tire, everyone thinks is the way to go. We've got a bit of a slow up here. Is that Airborne Tiger that's falling back a bit? Okay. Our pole sitter, our front 2 are going to be waiting a while. So wait for the entire field to get back to the grid. Llama takes his spot on the outside. Kiwi on the inside, angled towards the outside. See if he can get a good run and force Llama into a position doesn't want to be in as they enter turn number 1. Very tight turn 1 here. So we see a lot of action on lap 1. So the cars all together. Lights have gone out for Midweek 2. Make sure you're tuned into that as well. As we wait for the light sequence here in Midweek 1. There we go. Cars in their positions. Look to the red lights. 4, 5 red lights are on, and they are off from Bahrain. Round 9 underway. We saw some wheel spin from Momster. He's going to go backwards. Kiwi got a good jump. He's actually going to get to the high side of Llama. A lockup from Llama. He's going to be able to cover it off as they head into turn 2. We'll kind of flip through the field, check and see if there's any other action. Hey, nice and tidy through turn number 1. What about turn 4? We'll have some side-by-side. That's Balzerga and Kitten Petter. Kitten Petter going the wrong way in the early going. Let's actually go to position changes. I love to do that. See, Wu looking for a move on Mobster, and he does get alongside. That's for P5. And Mobster knows that this is a tricky braking zone, so he'll give it up here, try to get a better run out of 10. It would have been really easy to just lock up and cause a bit of an incident there. At the front, Llama and Kiwi have gotten away. Echo Alex up 2 spots already. HK remains in the same spot. Andy Wu up 2, Mobster down 3. Got a couple of up 2, down 3 kind of deal. And still everyone within a second of the car in front of them. A very tidy lap 1. I am frankly impressed. So, good job, everyone. Longest fastest lap, and kind of got to the inside, followed his way back to the racing line. Cover off Kiwi. No DRS on the front straightaway, but you will have DRS here. Will not be close enough, and we've already got track limits penalties coming into play. 29 lap race here. Oh, the Haas's, we saw that in the foreground going side by side, and HK making his way past Echo Alex into P3. Can I get a slightly different camera, please? Okay. So after the first lap, Balzerga up 4 is our biggest mover. Kitten Petter, Heavy Chalice, Mobster down 3. But here at the front, really the only 2 cars that have not moved, aside from Alex, who will remain at as the caboose of this train. We'll bring it around to lap 3. Let's see if Kiwi tries to go the aggressive here. Another really fast lap from Llama. The 131s for the leaders that time will not be close enough. Mobster went to the high side to try to at least get past Andy Wu, but was never going to be able to make the move stick through turn 2. He's going to get on the battery here, try to get a little bit of overlap as I look the wrong way. Gets to the inside. Good battling here into turn number 4. And Wu will kind of give him the spot here. So a good battling here from Mobster and Wu. And Mobster will make up a spot to get back to P5. He got a terrible launch off the line. Oh, maybe a little tap from behind there. But is getting his way back through the field. Here's our championship leader, Kobe Plays, at least for the time being. Or Echo coming in just 1 second, 1 point behind. 6P4. But Kobe already making up 2 spots from the start of the race. They just having to be aggressive early because the tire wear on this car is atrocious. So he's keeping that in mind. Gonna go on the aggressive early to make up spots. Just know that you're going to be locked into a 2-stop with a car like the Sauber. If you go to our track map, on the bottom right of your screen, you see how far Llama and Kiwi have pulled ahead. It's 2.5, 2.6 seconds to HK and P3, but everyone else is pretty much attached to each other. Mobster, we try to launch it to the inside of Echo, no. Kobe launches it to the inside of Wu. We got a good look at that. Cannot hold on to the spot, so he goes too deep. He'll remain in P7. It is going to cost Wu some time. Maybe a bit. We saw a bit of a defensive move in the foreground. That was Echo and Mobster still. Oh no, Chalice has a bit of a moment out of 4. It's going to cost him a spot. FBI agent will get around him. Aerial shot into turn 10. Leaders running in the high 131s, low 132s, and then it's more 133 flats, high 132s from third in this kind of mega cluster from third to 10th. Kiwi remaining patient, just kind of following Llama wherever he goes. Llama will kind of go towards the middle of the track, low, maybe just trying to break the slipstream, and Kiwi just hell-bent on following. Still within about half a second. He was a half second faster that lap, I believe. We'll get to him under braking. Kobe was going to get by Wu a bit earlier in the DRS zone here, so doesn't have to perform as drastic a dive. He will move to P6. Furzy and Corey going at it as well, and I think we've had an issue in the back. Old Syrup Style and Avs Fan have gone off together at turns 1 and 2, so maybe a little bit of a collision there. They will now trail the field by a little bit. We see a big bunch up here. This is P13 through P16 we're looking at. Airborne Tiger got a good run on Corey. Look to the outside. That's the Williams on the Aston Martin at the top of your screen. Want to give everyone a little bit of love here. You see how much the cars close up through this heavy braking zone at turn 10. Momster is in P4 now. I believe he has gotten by Echo. So the championship leaders converging here at the back end of the top 5. So Echo has Kobe in his rearview mirror now. Kiwi still tucked in behind Lava. No need for a move just yet. And Momster getting really close to the rear wing of HK. He wants to be the one to lead this train. Airborne did get by Corey into turn 1. DRS there. Probably a little bit of battery as well. That move was for P15. Wu had maybe a little bit of a wiggle there. He's going to fall away a smidge from Kobe at P6 and Balzerga in the Ferrari at P8, trying to catch the Red Bull. I'm going to say I'm quite impressed with how the racecraft has been thus far. Avs and Syrup Style may have gotten together, but I haven't seen it, so it doesn't count, right? So I've actually seen some really good moves. Nice patient racing here in the early going. We're lap 6 of 29, so still a long way to go in this one. Plenty of time for the tension to ramp up. Kiwi really tucked in. Is he going to look for the outside? He'll go to the inside. He'll be alongside into turn 1. You hear it locking, maybe a tap as they get to the apex together. And the kind of clumsiness that comes with this turn 2. Llama returns to the lead. He'll give him room on the outside. Can Kiwi take it around the outside here to turn 4? Turns in. Maybe another tap. It's a lot of room at turn 4, but not all of it is good or feels good on the car. Really, really close as the rear end steps out on Llama's Sauber. Kiwi has to back out to avoid getting into the rear of him. So that was our first attempt for a move at the lead. And a good defense by Llama. And I think just a couple of racing incident kind of deals. Apex at turn 1, Apex at turn 4. Where drivers are fighting for the lead. So maybe a little bit of contact, but all ball, play on. They are now 5 seconds up the road from P3. We're kind of watching this group as well. Too many moves in the past few laps. Gortsas is P10 at the end of this group. Kind of watching Kittenpetter, Balzerga ahead. FBI Agent is P11, kind of leading this group of 5 cars. 6 cars, Corey kind of there as well. Alex is chilling, P17, and I believe Old Syrup Style came into the pit lane. Yep, he's put on new hards. He's 30 seconds back. Kiwi gets around Llama this time. DRS doesn't even need to wait till the braking zone. Big snap as he gets on the throttle. I'm telling you, it's very, very slippery here through turns 1, 2, and 3. You get out of one, you want to get back on the throttle, but low traction zone. Llama to the inside, turn 4, and he's sliding the car a bit more. Kiwi almost gets straightened out. Still try to remain alongside. This is not where you want to go alongside, though. I've played that game and lost before. And Llama will put his Sauber ahead, having the inside at turn 8. That's going to turn into being ahead in this braking zone 9 and 10, but it will cost him. He will not have DRS towards turn 11. Kiwi really struggling getting back onto the throttle out of these lower speed corners. Not close enough for a move into 11. Bit of action there. But Kobe has been feeling out his championship rival the last few laps, but has not been able to make a move. Echo also has DRS, so no advantage there for the Sauber of Kobe plays. Getting pretty close as we go through the final corner. Take us to lap 9, and Llama will actually come to the pit lane. So we'll go to tires here. Llama 8 laps on the mediums, so definitely 2-stopper on the with the Sauber. I was gonna say on the Sauber. Definitely that. So does he go? What does he go to next? Another set of mediums. So medium, medium, hard in the cards for Llama. Where is he going to come out? Is it going to be ahead of Avs or behind Avs? It'll be ahead. So a little bit of room to work with. 5 seconds up the road to the next car. That'll give Kiwi the lead. He is all by his lonesome out there. 5.3 seconds clear of Momster, who has gotten clear of HK. Not sure if that's a new development or not, actually. My bad. Pretty sure it is. HK been leading that train for a while. The Mercedes of Momster now up to P2. So we've had Llama come in, put on fresh mediums. We've had Old Syrup Style come in, put on hards about 2 laps ago, and also a new wing. I'm kind of sure of that. I think Llama's going to be hoping some of the back of the field responds in kind. Make a little bit more room for him to undercut Kiwi. He was going to do at least another lap, on the medium tires. Takes it to lap number 10. Andy Wu is going to make moves. It's actually Kobe coming into the pit lane. So I'll tell you, the Sauber's really, really bad tire wear. 8, 9 laps on the mediums. And we're actually having a couple takers. Kobe, Furzy, Corey, Avs. You have a double stack there for Aston Martin. Corey's going to go medium, medium. Kobe will go medium hard. Furzy medium hard. Avs medium hard. And Kobe will come out 10 seconds behind Llama, his teammate for the day. I'll promote our pole sitter to P14. We'll keep an eye on him as the other drivers come to the pit lane for their first or possibly only stop. Andy Wu, I don't know if there was contact behind or if that was him losing the rear, getting on throttle, but he's going to drop a position to Balzerga. And it's going to bring Kittenpetter closer to him as well. As Llama picks his way past Alex. I believe that was into turn... Oh, no, it was into turn 11. Echo on the back of his teammate, HK, who will come to the pit lane. So he'll get DRS to help at least. So the Haas of HK ditch medium tires after 10 laps. Gortsas will come in as well. As Wu is going to keep just ahead. I think it was basically a double on Balzerga. Balzerga gets it back on Kittenpetter as we go through turn number 3. So Wu promoted to P4. Balzerga now P5. Kittenpetter P6. Really, Wu... Basically, Wu got by Balzerga. Kittenpetter tried to make it a 2-fer, couldn't quite get there. So actually go down the order a bit as HK is coming a lap later. He was almost undercut by Kobe Plays, but both on the hard tires. So Kobe perhaps a bit more tenth into the tire now, half a second back. We could see an overtake here, and essentially still an undercut from the Sauber of Kobe Plays. We get back into this battle for P4 on track. A couple different battles emerging. Brian on the hard tire. I think the hards at this age are a little bit better than the mediums. So a couple of different looks there as Balzerga. All three are going to come to the pit lane together. That's Balzerga. Oh, a bit of a tap. I think no one sped at least. So that was Andy, Balzerga, and Kittenpetter all together on track. And it's going to be a battle of pit crews. And they're going to come out in the same order, all on fresh hards. That promotes Llama to P7. So now I'm thinking some of these cars at the front of the field are kind of eyeing that one-stop strategy. Here on lap 12. I'd say we're in that window though. Maybe lap 13. Medium to hard. Balzerga's going to get 10-second penalty. He's cut the corner and gained a position. Furzy's going to try to take advantage of this. And will launch himself ahead into turn number 10. Yeah, we got Furzy, Balzerga, Andy Wu, and Corey in the mix as well. Kittenpetter. So a 5-car battle here. And really, Gortsas is up there as well. So the 6-car battle emerging. Kiwi and Momster to the pit lane. They will go onto the hard tires. I think we're in that window. End of lap 12. He's going to be held. Not a slow stop per se, but had to wait for a car to come by. A slow release. And he's going to come out well behind Llama. But Llama will have to do another stop. Kiwi does not have to stop again. Just under the rules. Oh, Kobe to the inside. Oh, look at it. HK doesn't quite get there. He might have a better run out of turn number 3. Door kind of closes. Oh, and he sends it to the inside of HK. There is room there. Doesn't really leave too much room on exit, and it'll get his way by. So a good move. Series of moves by Kobe Plays. Moves him to P8. Momster on fresh hards. Just ahead. Still trying to get within that window. Llama gets by FBI agent for P2 on track. FBI almost certainly trying to stretch this to a one-stop. Same with Brian. So just 4 seconds off the lead, HCL Llama. And the leader is yet to pit. That's Echo Alex. Could also be looking at a one-stop. I think we're within that window. After 12, 13 laps, if you started on the medium tire, take the hards, 16 or 17 laps. There we go, 13 laps for Echo. He comes to the pit lane. FBI and Brian stay out. How about Woo? Not Woo, sorry. Airborne Tiger. Goodness. He comes to the pit lane as well. 13 laps on the hard. So no more mediums remaining. Oh, Furzy comes in and is sped into the pit lane. And it was only 4 laps on those hards. Yeah, I was thinking this could be a retirement there. So Furzy will retire the pit lane, our first DNF of the day. All of this reshuffling puts HTL Llama back in the lead. His car's on old tires behind him, but still within 2 seconds or so. And Kiwi, who was right there with Llama before, is now 13 seconds back. I gotta think that Llama will be coming down the pit lane again. But still, already 13 seconds back. Try to claw some of this time. As it's 20 sub-seconds for a pit stop here, and you gotta think Llama on fresh hards, whenever that will be faster. So I think Kobe has played this particularly well. He is P6 and could find himself at P4 once FBI and Brian pit. Remember, he started 9th. I think it's going to be a matter of, can he bring these hards to the end? Will he have to pit again? It's already 5 laps. Kind of undercut everyone else in this group. But can he get them to the end? He should. It's just going to be a little bit tougher to work with, especially with it being a Sauber. Saw a big wiggle there out of turn number 4. So within the dirty air of Momster for P5. And HK in the Haas just behind him. Kobe's championship rival Echo Alex P8, about 4 seconds back from this group. Okay, fastest car on track last time was Kobe Plays. 132.0. Mobster was pretty similar, though, a 132.2. And so was Kiwi, for that matter. Those personal bests that last time around for those two drivers. Another look at Llama, who's stretched his lead up to 3.7 seconds. Yeah, pulled out a 1.7 that last lap over FBI agent. Brian still sticking there as well, trying to get himself into position to make a move. Not quite there yet. Corey will come to the pit lane. We've had a couple of moves here. DRS overtake by Airborne Tiger on Alex. It's newer tires, trying to get back around. Corey puts on fresh hards. This will be to get to the end of the race. So we're in the back half of this one now. Lap 16. Let me check on Midweek 2, see what's going on there. Also on lap 16, Pickle Tickle leads it over Frosty by 5 seconds. Seems like a lot of two-stop strategies there. All right, 3 Meter Master, Gold Killer, and Pixel Knight is your top 5. So wanted to call that out. We had a slight lull. FBI agent comes to the pit lane, 16 laps on the hards, should be mediums to the end for him. Brian wants to take it a lap further. I would definitely go hard medium over hard soft. Not sure if Brian is thinking of the latter, though. It's going to cost FBI a lot of positions, but that's at least on the front end of this. Will he get out ahead of Heavy Chalice? He's going to get out alongside this duo. Ooh, very close there at turn number 1. Chalice is going to get by, and FBI is going to try to... He's going to slide the car trying to get back on the power. He'll come out P13. But fresh mediums should heat up rather quickly and should put himself in a position to make some moves. Alex and Airborne Tiger still going at it, this time into turn 4. Look at that. You could barely slip a piece of paper between the front of the Williams and the back of the Alpine. We're going to go to Gourd Sauce here. It's really close to Balzerga for P8. Balzerga has a pen. Second penalty. I believe that was that corner cutting or too fast entering? I think it was the corner cutting. Our leader, Llama, will come back into the pit lane. 9-lap stint on the medium tire. And now he will go to the hards to get to the end. That will give Brian B the lead. That will give Kiwi track position. And let's see where our leader comes out. HK gets by Kobe Plays. That's now for P4. That's a DRS move on the front straight. Well before the braking zone. Llama comes out P7, by the way. Doesn't even have to scrap too hard to keep it. We've got a bunch of moves into turn 1 this time. Balzerga, Andy Wu. Gourd Sauce got by, and then Wu tried to make it another one on Balzerga. Doesn't quite get there. Will he get him into 4? Gets to the inside. Bit of room left, but a better run out for Balzerga. FBI, fresh tires got by Kitten Petter. And looking at Heavy Chalice next. Llama once again put himself in a good spot track-wise. Has space between the car in front and the car behind. So can start to get these hard tires up to temp, get him in the right window, and start to charge his way back towards the front. It's going to be an aggressive final stint for Llama. Possibly pace-wise, one of the fastest drivers we've ever had in midweek. Truly dominant when he is here. Brian B, 18 laps on the hards. Will he try to go softs here? I feel like 18 is kind of stretching it on the hard tire. Is he trying to go bold? No, he's just going to put on the mediums and 11 laps to use them up as much as he can. He's going to come out a bit further back. Remember, he was with FBI agent before, but it's going to be a 2-lap undercut by the V-Carb. And let's see where Brian gets out. It's going to be ahead of Airborne Tiger in P13. Fresh medium tires, though. FBI agent gets by Chalice out of turn number 3. I think it was DRS assisted, but like flap was barely open. That moves FBI to P10. His lap time last time was a 1:31.9. Fastest lap on track. And his fastest lap of the race as well. Kobe trying to dig into HK again. Echo Alex is in this group now as well. It's a little scrap for P3 on track. All the leaders in the 132s, 133s for Kobe Plays. We might have some moves on the front straightaway. I want to see if Brian B is going to try to make a move on Kitten Petter beforehand as HTL Llama puts down the fastest lap of the race of 1:31.1. Kiwi still first, HK still third, and Balzerga gets by Gourd Sauce for P7. Keep an eye on that 10-second penalty, though. That should drop him a couple of spots as it stands. Say a couple, a few spots, a couple being 2, a few being more than that. Andy Wu also gets by Gord Sauce, so DRS Zone gets the Ferrari by, DRS Zone gets the Red Bull by. Yeah, Llama really pushed now. He's joined this group, making a 4-car group. It was a second faster at least than all the cars in front of him last lap. So he'll start to pick his way through. He's 10 seconds back of the lead. Interested to see how the time difference is for this lap. He'll kind of pick to the inside, and yes, he will make a move on the Haas going into the final corner. Has the inside line. Has a good exit. So he gets one before the front straightaway. He's going to try to make it another on the front straightaway. Gets by his teammate Akobe Plays. So he gets 2 positions there, and he's going to grab the 3rd one in this next DRS zone. Brian B topples the previous fastest lap, breaks into the 130s as Llama makes the move for P3. That's exactly how it needed to go. Oh, big moment there for HK in the background. He's able to hold on to the car. It's exactly how it needed to go for the Sauber. Our pole sitter picking his way through this group. Caught them at the perfect time. Made one move before the DRS zone. Use one to get one. Use the next to get the next one. And now he looks ahead. Still about 9 seconds up the road to Kiwi. His next checkpoint, about 5 seconds up the road. That's Momster. Let's see what kind of lap he's able to turn in this time. He was still 8 tenths faster than the leader, Kiwi, and about the same for Mobster last lap. So if he can keep that up, it should maybe kind of work out. We'll see. Like the math leaves him short there, but yeah, I think that'd be a 7.2 seconds gain if it was 8 tenths every lap. And, well, has he gotten clear? HK does have DRS. Don't know for how long. Llama 9 tenths faster than Kiwi that last lap. Andy Wu and Balzerga going at it into turn 1. So you're trying to force the car behind a touch wide for turn 2 because it makes for a tough line into 2. But by doing that, you're also putting yourself in a tough position for 2 and 3. Wu kind of finding the middle ground there. We have a bit of a trade for P7. P7 to P12. Brian a part of that. FBI a part of that. On the fresh medium tires. And tried to make up positions. Llama has broken free of HK, so you can't even see him now. 2.5 seconds now. So very much looking forward. So we come to 7 laps to go. HK trying to hold off his teammate Echo Alex. DRS available for Alex behind. Not going to make it into 1, though. FBI is going to get by Balzerga, and he's going to take off. Goodness, look at the speed difference there. He looks up the road to Andy Wu. I'm sure we could have a move here as well. Here, we'll go to Alex real quick. Nothing into 4. Back to FBI. Won't be close enough into 4. No one really close enough, but Gord making up some time on entry. He's going to lose it on exit, though. Maybe just overcooked it a touch. Got the Aston Martins kind of battling back here for P16, P17. That's Corey and Avs. Kiwi's last lap, 132.3. Llama's last lap, 131.3. Kobe will pick up a penalty. It won't affect him. He won't lose positions for now, but it's definitely going to affect this battle for P4. He's got to hope something else happens in front of him to break into the top 5. As Kiwi comes across the line, 132.6. And a 131.6. So pretty steadily, 1 second a lap. That's now a 7-second difference with 6 laps to go. Echo and HK side by side, and Echo, he was starting to turn in, and HK was still there. Saw the move to the inside and then back to the right. And then HK going pretty defensive early. Echo's going to get a great exit. Is he going to... He could have, but probably wise to not do so to make it side by side through the S's. FBI is going to have a great run around the outside of turn number 4 to get by Andy Wu. Wu's going to run a little wide. I might bring Brian B back into this, who's on those pretty clean medium tires. See how it all unfolds here as we head down to turn 11. I'm not sure anyone's going to be close enough. Always look a lot closer from this view, and then you go on board and it's like, well, nah, might not happen. But Brian definitely all over the back of this Red Bull. If he gets a good exit here, he could... That's still a good exit from Wu, so no chance to make up time and grab a position. FBI is on those tires, those better tires, but let's see how it helps with DRS. Echo, side by side with HK. They're still going at it for P4. So you go to lap 25. There's a touch deep. HK is going to try to get back alongside. Echo has to park it a touch on 2. Good run out of 3. Wu to the inside of FBI agent. May have helped him off track a little bit, but he will get P7, or get back into P7. Some great racing here in the top 10. Guys jockeying for a position with 5 laps to go. We'll check in on Llama. That was a 131.6, a 132.7 for Kiwi. It's about a 5-second difference with 5 to go. This really could come down to the final corners. Excuse me. Starting to choke on nothing there. Really yapping tonight, seems like. Bit of a wobble there from FBI. This could bring Brian here. The 2 medium runners. Oh, HK is going to lose out to Kobe. That's DRS help. So Kobe will move to P5 on track. FBI and Wu side by side into 1. Guy has the inside. It'll turn it to the outside, though. So, yeah, maybe it's really tough to get through 3. Don't know if there was a little bit of contact there. Brian is also going to try to get by FBI. He will get to the inside. And, oh, FBI gets tapped from behind as Balzerga closes up as they get to the apex. He's set off to the side. I think Balzerga has some penalties, so FBI would be promoted anyway. He's just got this whole other group to deal with. He has Gourd Sauce filling up his mirrors and Heavy Chalice not too far behind him. Just got to keep looking forward, trying to make up some time. Just do what you can do. Llama closing up. Could get DRS. If not this time, it would be on the next straight down towards turn 4. Yeah, will not have it this time. 3 laps to go within 4 seconds. I just don't know if he's going to have enough time. He got 8 tenths there. He could be a bit faster with DRS in this next section. As HK Kobe plays to the pit lane. What has happened here? He's coming in with 3 to go, and he's going to lose a bunch of spots. Can they not make it 3 more laps on the hard tire? Wow, he has to come in and put on the softs. That is not what you wanted to happen if you were Kobe Plays. It's going to cost him a boatload of points. He comes out P15. And he may not even have a chance at grabbing more positions because he has time penalties. Llama within DRS now. I just don't know if he's going to have the time. 2.5 laps to go. Llama's going to have to make the move in the next DRS zone down into turn 1 and then hope a miracle happens. Because they'll still have 2.5 seconds to go with 2 laps to go. Monster goes to the inside to cut down on the slipstream. He's still tucked in. I still think he's going to be close enough for moving to 1. He will not get there. But they have both gained on Kiwi still. They were both, well, even Monster was 7 tenths faster than Kiwi last time on the penultimate lap. Now a move into turn 4. Front wheels along the rear wheels. Maybe a bit of a tap on exit as they're still jockeying side by side, and Llama will finally get it done. But still, 2.5 seconds to go to the leader. 2 laps to go. I'm not sure if he's going to have enough time. Maybe if this was a 30-lap race. Bit of battles here in the midfield. Gordon Chalice still trying to chase down FBI. They're still within a second. Airborne Tiger trying to chase down Kitten Petter for P12. Avsfan into the pit lane. So he puts on the softs for the last 2 laps or so. If he can steal fastest lap. Here's our leader, Kiwi. Still holding off Llama, and that gap is still 2.5 seconds. Well, 2.25 seconds now. So we head to the line for the final time. The white flag in the air. Llama 2 seconds back. It's going to have to be quite the lap. He's going to have to pray Kiwi makes a mistake. And Kiwi, I believe this would be victory number 1. So I think this would be victory number 1 in PRL for Kiwi. He's at a pole. But the first time stepping onto the top step of the podium here in Performance Racing League. Just has to get through another half lap cleanly, holding off Llama, one of the fastest to ever do it in PRL. Keeping him at bay. Llama handicapped by the tractor that is the Sauber. Kiwi getting the benefit of running the Red Bull, of course. But that's all a part of the game. Kiwi running the one-stop strategy. Llama having to go 2-stop. Medium, medium, hard. Because of the tire wear of the Sauber. He's going to come up a lap or 2 short. And Kiwi coming out of the final corner for the first time in his PRL career will take the top step. Victory at Bahrain. Llama will come back to second, and Mobster, a great run for him. He's going to finish third. It's a long way to go to P4. Echo Alex trying to hold off his teammate. You're looking at your new championship leader. With 3 rounds to go, Echo Alex will take P4 ahead of HK. Brian will come up just short of P5. He'll get 6. A couple other drivers coming across the line as Balzerga is going to fall a long way. I think he had 13, possibly 6. He may have served that. He had a lot of penalty time, so he will come to P13. Kobe plays a late pit stop, drops him out of top 8, top 10, and will move him to 14th. Disastrous for who was our championship leader. He's not out of it, but this definitely hurts. What a day for Kiwi. Just stuck with him. Was just stuck to the rear of Llama for the entire first stint. Really for six or 7 laps, he didn't even attempt to move. Patience has paid off, and the car has paid off. So Kiwi, your winner. Kobe plays, gets fastest lap. Driver of the day goes to Brian B. Most overtakes goes to Llama as he picks his way back through the field. And cleanest driver goes to Airborne Tiger. So your full results. Kiwi, Llama, Momster, your podium. Echo Alex, HK, finish the top 5. Brian B, Andy Wu, FBI Agent, Gord Sauce, and Heavy Chalice to your top 10. Kitten Petter, Airborne Tiger, Balzerga, Kobe Plays, and Alex F1 to 15th. Then we have Corey, Old Serb Style, Avs Fan, and then Furzy, your sole DNF of a 19-car field. We'll see if we can get our incident reports as well. In midweek 2, 3-meter master in the Mercedes won that from pole by 12 seconds over Gold Killer. Pixel Knight was P3. Heated Swag was P4. Turner, who I believe is your championship leader, maybe it's Gold Killer, is P5. There's Frosty, Uno Cinco, Pickle Tickle, Vinny Sips, and Spot Up, your top 10. There's Rusty, Ash Brown, and Ruin Rogue was the one DNF, I believe, for midweek 2. So there we go. Hope you were watching that one as well as this one on the PRL Twitch. I think I'm set to join you guys on Sunday again. Let's look at the schedule. What's this Sunday, the 17th? So it'll be Mexico for round 10 of the Sunday tier. Don't know if I'll be doing... I will be doing Sunday tier 1. So that'll be at 3 p.m. Eastern time right here on the Twitch. And then next week for midweek on the 20th, we'll be at Spa. So that's always a fun one. Sure to tune in for those races. Thanks for tuning into this one. This has been Performance Racing League, PRL. I've been Hoop BK. Hope you have a good night.